Hey, this is Russ. Yeah, I'm back out on the road again. What time is it? It's not 9:51. It's 5:51. Why does it say 9:51? It's because I took out the battery to charge on this bike. So it's just coincidentally the minutes is correct, but the hour, of course, is not. I could fix it, but I'm riding. So why am I out here at 5:51 in the evening? Well, early evening. 6 o'clock. Is 6 o'clock technically the evening? Yeah, I got kicked out of the house from Mrs. Wright. Yeah. I told her, I says, yeah, I lost my memory card in my chair. You may have seen that post. I deleted it, by the way. I said, there's not going to be a video tomorrow because my chair ate my memory card. Yeah. Yeah, on a GoPro, it's got these micro SD cards. You know how small those things are? And it's kind of held in place by a little spring-loaded thing on the GoPro. So to get it out of there, you push down on the card and then it pops it out. Well, this thing popped it right out and landed in between my recliner chair, between the seat cushion and the padded armrest. You know, think about a leather recliner chair, you know, the automatic reclining things. Yeah, they're kind of cushy. That's where I usually sit. And popped it right out and it went right down in there. I cannot retrieve it. I tried my best. I did everything I could to try to get it out of there. Can't get it out. This is the second time that chair has eaten a card from me. And this was the new card that I bought for the bike to drive. It's a 256 gigabyte card. My other ones are usually 64 gigabytes. But it ate a 128 and it ate a 256. That thing's memory hungry. Yeah, that wasn't cheap either. How much did that cost me? $26, $28? I know exactly where it is. I just can't access it. I can't get to it. So I said, okay, there's no video. I'm not going out. And then she said, it's not raining now. I said, yeah, but it's expected to rain. It's going to rain soon. She goes, it's not raining now. Get out there and ride. Get out. Yeah, so she kicked me out. How do you like that? So she says, go make yourself a video. Leave me alone, get out of here. So I'm out here again. Yeah, second time out today. Actually, it's a good time to ride because it's nice and cool. It's 70 degrees out. It's got a nice cool breeze going on. I didn't even wear any long sleeves or anything because there's no sun. So yeah, there's my bare naked arms. Well, I got my gloves on. I always have my gloves on unless I forget. Yeah, you gotta have gloves on because if you fall, you're gonna put your arms out, you're gonna put your hands out. Those gloves are the things that are gonna protect your hands from being all chafed up from hitting the asphalt, okay? So you gotta have gloves on. Go get yourself some gloves if you haven't bought a glove yet. You need a recommendation, there's affiliate links for Amazon in the description of all my videos. The gloves are in there, okay? These are cheap. These are made by a company. Can you read that? I call it More Okay. Is that pronounced something else? Marioke? How do you pronounce that? I call it More Okay because that's what it looks like. More Okay. All right, so what did I cover on the video that I lost? Well, kind of the same thing we're going to cover right now. I just took this cruiser out a second time. You know, I took it out for the 1000th video because I felt it was appropriate to do it since it was the first product that was given to me for review. But I liked it so much, I said I gotta take it out more often. So, and I know it has a freshly charged battery because I charged it up, right? Okay. So, the display screen, totally viewable. No problems. Of course, I don't have my polarized sunglasses on now, but when I did, yeah, I had no problem. It was fine. So I think it's the supplier who supplies these display screens to them. They're doing something different this time. Maybe the angle of the glass is done differently or something and made it harder to see when you have polarized sunglasses. But no, this one's totally visible. Not a problem at all. All right, so where are we going? I have no idea. I can't go too far. I know it will eventually rain. I mean, we already can see it. Whoa, did you hear that? That pop? It's when you run over a pebble or something and it just pops it. So I got a car behind me. He's just kind of pacing with me. Let's speed up and see what he speeds up on me. Nope, he's keeping his distance. Oh, a lot of cars here. This is a church over here. They have something going on. I don't know what's going on. Oh, is it like an Ash Wednesday thing or something? I don't know what's going on. Today is Wednesday. I'm not Catholic, so I don't know the traditions of things there. So anyway, it is a Catholic church that's there. I'm gonna guess maybe something like that. Let's turn here on the path. Let's go down the path. Why not? So I have my my little blinky light on here. See that? Got that on. And yeah, the Giddy Up extra large saddle that I have. That was interesting. She has a dog in the back there. Has a blinking light on the saddle too, so that is on. Well, some people got their bikes on with lights. That's nice. So I have my blinking light on. I got my tail light blinking on. I've got my Ex-Nito helmet blinking on. Yeah, we're blinking all over the place. I've got my reflective stripe things on my yellow vest. That's on. Well, it's on the vest. I mean, it doesn't blink or anything. Yeah, the Giddy Up saddle. Yeah, pretty cushy. Plus, it's got the suspension seat post that Magicycle gave me. Oh, by the way, thank you to Magicycle for sending me 2 more baskets. They did mention to me that they were sending me the baskets. I totally forgot that they were coming in because I had to steal the basket off of the Ocelot Pro to stick it on here. Because I took the basket from here to stick it into the Jaguar Rundy. I stole it from the Jaguar Rundy to put it on something else. I'm telling you, I was shifting baskets around so much, I couldn't remember which baskets are which, and if there were more coming. And just before I took the bike out now, UPS delivered the 2 baskets. So thank you to Magicycle again for the 2 extra baskets. Those 2 will end up going on the Ocelot Pro and the new Jaguar Rundy. Yeah, so now all of the bikes will have baskets. Thank you so much, Magicycle. I appreciate it. Yeah, the shifting around is kind of a hassle. We have to outfit all of the bikes. Okay, Magicycle, if you're listening to me, whenever you send me another review bike, send me a front basket. All right? Just go ahead and automatically do it because I'm going to ask you for it, and you know that. No, I use those baskets. I do. Well, not today. I mean, you see there's nothing in there. But I wasn't expecting to go riding. I got kicked out from Mrs. Wright. She told me to go out and ride. But typically my... let's see, we'll make it through here first. My tool bag is usually up in front. Let me tell you about the tool bag. The tool bag is so heavy because it's got more than just tools. I carry an Abus bike lock in there. If you have one of those, you know how heavy that thing is too. It's like a big bar of steel. So yeah, you add all that stuff in there, it's really heavy. And I think when it's on there, it kind of makes it too heavy in the front. I think when you've got that heavy of a thing like all the tools like that, it's probably better on the rear rack. But as you know, sometimes I carry the second battery on the rear rack, and so there's no space to put that tool bag. So now I have to seriously start thinking: do I carry a pannier bag and stick everything in there and then just flop it in there? The problem I have with the panniers is that once you flop it over the rear rack, you can't use bungee cords anymore because the bag is in the way. It covers all the points where the bag, okay, we're gonna make it through here. It covers all the things that you would use to put a bungee cord on. So it kind of makes it tough. I think what they really need to do is develop a pannier where there's some openings within the pannier where you can put the bungee cords through. Then you can continue to use the rear rack as well as the pannier. Does that make sense? You can tie like a second battery down with bungee cords then. Somebody should develop that. Yeah, just a pannier with some openings, you know, across the top of the pannier that goes across the top of the rack. If there was some openings there, you could then put bungee cords through it, and then you could carry your your second battery and everything. I'm gonna stop here and let the bus go through. So yeah, somebody needs to develop that, or you could cut a hole through there. But I feel like, you know, you spend so much money on the bag, you don't want to cut your own hole there. It should be automatically there. That would be better, right? So I don't know. It's just some thoughts, you know, some user thoughts as we're utilizing products and stuff, and you start noticing things that, you know, hey, if they did this, maybe it'd be better, or if they did that, maybe it'd be better. It's just my comment. Maybe someone will pick up on it and make one that way. So yeah, the wind is actually kicking up quite a bit here. Yeah, I tell you, a lot of the people around here are pretty friendly. You know, I give them head nods. If they don't give me a head nod back, they'll give me a nice smile or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I would say in this general area, the people are pretty friendly. Unlike some areas. Those who've been with me long enough know which area I'm talking about. Okay, let me answer a couple things too. Somebody asked me about the Bike to Drive event. You know, we're still talking about that thing. Let me answer the question here. I answered him there, but maybe it would be helpful for others in case you want to try something like that. He asked me whether I locked up my bike rack when I parked it in the Millennium Park garage. No, didn't have to do it. There were so many bike racks on so many cars that I said, man, you know, if somebody wanted to steal a bike rack, there's so many to pick from. Why would they pick mine over all the other ones that are nicer? So I said, forget it. I'm leaving it. So that rack, of course, it flips upwards so that it doesn't stick out as much. You flip it up, but I didn't take it off or anything like that. I just left it. I figured with so many available, I would just be one more, no big deal. And although I like the Magicycle rack and I appreciate they giving it to me, it's not the most expensive one. There were others that were more expensive that were in that parking garage. So yeah, I didn't bother. And everything was there when I came back. So now, could somebody have stolen it? Sure, they could have stolen everybody's. There was a lot of them there. That event has so many people on bikes. There's just bike rack upon bike rack out there. Nobody put it away. Everyone just kind of left it, I think. So that's the answer to that question. And then he also asked me, do you need to start at 6:30 in the morning? No. But they did recommend that you get started no later than, say, 7:30, because if you wait too long, you're never going to make that entire ride. They kind of timed it out, what it might take to do based on, you know, speeds that people would do. So if you don't start at 6:30, you better start no later than 7:30. And even then, if you start at 7:30, you're going to have to ride a little bit quicker if you want to do the entire ride. So yeah, I guess he's thinking about maybe he might want to do it. He might want to do it maybe next year or something like that. Yeah, it's worth doing. I don't know whether I would do it again next year. I may wait a couple years before I do it again. But yeah, it's not cheap to do. I think it was something like $67. I think that's what my daughter said. I mean, she paid her own way. I paid for me and Mrs. Wright, and then I paid for parking. And the parking cost, I don't know, what was it, $36, $37? It was kind of expensive. You supposedly could have gotten a lower price if you prepaid it, and I didn't prepay it. I just went there and paid it. So could have got it for maybe, I don't know how much cheaper it would have been. Let's say $10 less. But either way, between three people, it was a lot of money. So I don't see myself doing it next year. I asked Mrs. Wright, and she said the same thing. She said, that's too early. She says, if we're going to do it again, let's wait a couple years before we do it. I agree. Now, daughter Wright, You know, that really was only the second time she had been on an e-bike. I mean, she hadn't been on a bike in a long time for any type of bike, in fact. I mean, she really had not been riding bikes that much her entire life anyway. So she had a very inexpensive Magnum bike that I mean, we probably bought it at Target or something like that when she was growing up. And that's kind of a heavy bike, so I'm sure that kind of influenced her in not wanting to ride that much, because it's kind of hard to ride a heavy bike, you know, on its own. And although she has borrowed my wife's Trek bike, my wife has a Trek hybrid bike, and she's borrowed that on occasion to go riding in the past. But in general, she has not really ridden that much. So, but she did pretty good, yeah. Overall, I think she did just fine. She did say we seemed to be riding pretty fast. Yeah, I mean, if you haven't ridden before and you're doing 15 miles an hour, it does feel fast to you. I remember when I first started riding 15 miles an hour, it really felt fast to me. I said, wow, I don't see myself going any faster than that. But hey, as you know now, I do 28 miles an hour pretty consistently now when I'm competing with cars on the street. So you get better over time. All right, we're not going to do the long route here. We're going to take the shortcut, cut through here. I felt a couple drops already, so I think it's getting ready to rain. So I think I'm going to start heading back. This is a short ride. I wasn't even going to go out, but Mrs. Wright says, "You're not doing anything. You're just sitting." I says, "Yeah, it's going to rain." She goes, "It's not raining now. Get outside." Kick me out of there. So you can thank her for kicking me out and to make a video for you guys. So yeah, I usually, you know, when I do the videos, there is editing time, right? Then there's upload time. To upload to YouTube. I mean, everything takes a little bit of extra time. It's not just a quickie thing. Yeah, I can feel a few drops here now. So I'm going to have to move quick at this point. Get out of here. Head back. I think there's a shortcut through here. We did the shortcut once to get on this path. I think I may have to take the shortcut to get off of the path. Let's try it. I'll keep you along with me as long as I can. All right, I have to hit these guys up with the bell too. Uh-oh, somebody's walking down the shortcut. All right, we're gonna have to take the shortcut. Thank you. This just cuts out that entire ride that goes through that little park section. I think we just keep going down here, and that should bring us out to the street again. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is one way of getting around it faster. But I don't want to be rained on. You know, I feel a few drops already. So I know it's getting ready to rain. You know, we didn't think it was going to rain today, but it did. It rained this morning before we got up, and then it looks like it's going to rain again. So, yeah, that's the way it is. Alrighty. Good. Yeah, that's a good shortcut. Typically, I wouldn't want to do a shortcut. I would want to ride it, but at this point, when you got to get back, you got to get back. Hey, I appreciate you guys watching. Sorry to put that post up saying there's no video, but there's going to be a video. This will be it. If you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Talk to you guys next time.